Good afternoon. On Saturday, interview number two today for softball short conference round two just completed. Couple upsets, couple of blowouts, and a couple of very close tight games. But today I have a special guest from Toms River North, junior catcher, Michaela Ross. Makiyah, thank you for taking time out on a Saturday to join me. I know Toms River North wasn't playing today, but
Yeah.
thank you, for taking time out today. Now, let's start off, let's talk about Tom's River North season, kind of up and down, some good wins against Jackson, and then
Yeah.
some losses that you probably your teammates feel, you could have pulled it out. Just
hmm
how do you think the team is as we get ready for states coming up?
Um, I think we're ready for states coming up. We've had our ups and downs, but I think as a team, it's like our season might have been up and down, but I think we're ready to come back and do it for states.
Now, you definitely have a team that can make a run. I was at the East game and definitely not a team that doesn't quit. You
Yeah.
girls were trailing not only during the game, but every extra inning too. And even though you lost 10-9, even when you girls went down 10-6 in the 10th, you girls
Yeah.
have that fight. It's not over until that last out is called. So, that's a big mentality going to the postseason. Is that how does what does coach say to you, when you get into the last at bat, to get you girls keep going?
Um, Basically just to pass the bat to each other. Once you get a hit, you know, hit a sack, get a sack bunt, hit a sack fly. Just keep passing the bat so we can get runners and make sure we can score and hit timely hits.
One game I want to talk about, this season that I was at was the Toms River East game. Uh, Back and forth, you girls were down 5-2, and then big three-run homer to tie it. Then you were down in the eighth, then you were down in the ninth. Just how fun is it that, even though it wasn't the result you wanted, but how fun is it to be in a game like that and, seeing your teammates, not giving up?
Yeah, it's very exciting, It really makes you want to keep going and fighting for the win, even though we didn't get the outcome that we wanted, but I still think we all had the energy and power to do it.
And you made a pretty remarkable play behind the plate late in the game, a
Yeah.
little pop fly, whatever, and you
Yeah.
launched forward. Do you think a play like that? Because to me, it seemed like the team was really pumped up after you made that dive in,
hmm
that dive in play. Now being a catcher, first of all, how difficult? Catchers is a very hard position. How difficult is it to be a catcher and the pressure the catcher has, especially in a tight game, to make sure no pass
Yeah.
balls and stuff. Just talk about being a catcher and your mentality back there.
Yeah. It's definitely a mind game, definitely, especially if the umpires aren't, you know, with you as much. But it's definitely a mind game, keeping the pitcher in a rhythm, making sure you make good throws, hyping everyone up when they make good plays like that. Definitely just keeping the energy going and being vocal on the field.
Now, talk about the umpires. How do you try to calm your pitcher down or get them focused when you have maybe an umpire whose strike zone changes inning from inning?
Yeah.
And as you said, your job as a catcher is trying to keep the pitcher in a rhythm. How do you try to keep them focused and not frustrated? I pitched a little in baseball, and it could get frustrating. The pitcher thinks that pitch is there, and
Yeah.
as a catcher, how do you know when to go out there just to calm them down and especially Alexis, you two have good chemistry, you and Alexis.
hmm
How do you know when you need to go out there just to say something with her, just to get her back on track?
Definitely when we get a couple pitches that could have been called strikes or like close pitches, or if you know, definitely if our team makes an error, I'll call the whole field in, make sure everyone's good, forget about it, erase it. But just going to the pitcher every time, I could tell she gets a little down on herself, just go out there, say a little joke or something. make her laugh.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
that a quick laugh is a good way, to get them to erase what just happened previously. So,
Yeah.
and you brought up, if a fielder makes an error, that's a good point. That's something I didn't think about, just to calm everybody down. And
Hmm.
we've all been there. You never want to make an error, especially when your pitcher's fighting hard out there. So that's
Yeah.
pretty good outlook too out there. All right, let's rewind to, how old were you when you first started playing softball?
I'd say maybe 6 years old. I First I had to play T-ball for some reason because they didn't co-ed T-ball because they didn't have like an age group yet. So but I started playing softball when I was around like 6, 7. It was like coach pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it that was in Tom's River?
It was in Manchester.
Oh, Manchester? Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember who your first coach was by any chance?
I do not remember
Okay.
his name.
Okay. And I know travel ball is what, you got AAU, you got Academy soccer, travel ball for
Yeah.
baseball and softball. What team do you play for now?
I play for Jacks. We are out of Wall. My coach name is Kathleen Sharp.
Okay.
Our assistant coach is Nicole. I don't really know how to pronounce her last
That's,
name, but
that,
she coaches for NYU for softball too. So
oh, that's
yeah,
that's pretty big.
yeah,
How have those coaches helped you, or what do you think they helped you improve on the most?
yeah. Well, I know Coach Sharp. I've known her for a while. At first, she started my being my trainer at first. We did hitting and catching, like just basic drills, like one on one. And I went through a couple, like maybe 2 travel teams, and I was just practicing with her like on the side. Um, and then my one travel team kind of fell off a little bit, and I was looking for a team, and she was like, "I'd be, I'd love to have you." So yeah,
Now, what made you play? Catcher is usually the last spot people raise their hands to play. So
yeah,
what attracted you to playing catcher, and what made you fall in love with that position?
yeah. So at first I started playing third when I was playing like travel, like when I was like younger, maybe 10. Started playing third. And one time my coach was just like, I think you'd be great catching. So I was like, all right, let's see how it goes. So I did it and I had a lot of fun. So I was just like, you could put me there anytime you want. And he just kept doing it and I just fell in love with it after that.
Yeah, there's definitely no daydreaming
Yeah.
behind the plate.
Yeah.
I I played catcher one year for Little League, and it wasn't because I volunteered. It was because my dad was the coach, and nobody else wanted to catch, so I got stuck.
Yeah.
And I did all right. Nobody stole second from me, so I took that as an
That's a
accomplishment. But
good thing.
but I did not. I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to go back to.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to back to first or shortstop. So
Yeah.
but it definitely takes a special mentality, and your leadership skills definitely come out, behind the plate. So, and
Yeah.
that's why I think in the majors you see a lot of coaches that were former catchers in the major leagues. So,
Yeah. Definitely.
did you play any other sports when you were younger?
Um, when I was like really, really young, like maybe like 2 or 3, I danced for a little bit. I played soccer as well.
Mhm.
Once I got a little bit older, maybe 6 to maybe I was 10, I played some basketball as long as when I played softball because they were in different seasons. I did play one season of flag football, one season. And then I just stuck with softball because I loved it so much.
What is it about softball that you love it that much?
Um, I definitely think like the team and like the friends that you make because once you join a team, you're like it's like family. Like everyone just welcomes everyone in and the energy sometimes is just it's always up. You always got to be ready. You always got to, you know, and the game's based off failure. And I was willing to keep the mindset that it's based off failure and work harder for it.
What have how has your family helped you, along the way? Because I know sports takes a lot of time, money, and mostly,
Yeah.
a lot of traveling. So how has your family helped you and got you to the point you are today?
So my sisters, I have two older sisters. They both grew up playing soccer, and one runs track now. But it definitely inspired me to want to play sports in the first place. And then my stepdad, he's all in about softball. He'll send me videos, everything. We'll sit down, we'll talk, we'll watch film. Um, I hit in the backyard with my net, like my team, my net and stuff, and we'll practice drills. Go to the gym together, make sure, strength and stuff is good. But definitely that my mom also always sending videos and everything. So definitely that.
So that, being a kid, that probably inspires you even better, knowing your family supports you,
Yeah.
watching the video. You might be the first. I've done a lot of these with basketball and soccer. You might be the first one where it said the parents watch video with you.
Yeah.
So that, trust me, when you get older, you don't have a lot of time on your hands to do free. So
Yeah.
spending the time just to sit with you, just to see what you can improve on and whatnot,
Yeah.
that means a lot, and it's glad to see that you appreciate that and you see that with them.
Yeah.
So, how old are your sisters? You have two sisters, you said?
Yes. So one is she just turned 20, the 6th, May 6th. And then the other is 22 or yeah, 22.
Is it are you three very competitive when it comes to like outdoor sports and family barbecues and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when we were younger, when we were all outside. We'd have a soccer net and we would just play. And if something went wrong, we'd end up just like trying to tackle each other or something. We had we had a trampoline and like a lot of stuff like that. So we definitely took the time and see who could jump the highest or, do a flip first and stuff like that.
Good. That's good. All right, let's go back. Let's talk about high school. You're entering your freshman year. I know it could be nerve-wracking. What goals did you set for yourself? They could be softball related and academic related, when
Yeah.
you're going in as a freshman.
Um, Definitely going in the next year, definitely being a bigger role model. My team looks up to me a lot as a junior captain, even though we have our two senior captains, but definitely next year we're gonna have a young team, so definitely being the role model and stepping up. Academically, definitely keeping my grades up higher than what they are now. Just making sure I have time to, do my homework and still practice and do all that stuff.
What do you hope to pass down to the underclassmen, once you're finished next year?
Yeah, definitely keeping their heads up because we're gonna lose a lot of seniors this year, so we're definitely gonna have a younger team. Um, so definitely keeping their heads up, even if we go through a loss, just make sure we're together and we're not, making cliques, just groups, just making sure we're a family and we're together.
Yeah, how big is chemistry? The player I interviewed earlier, they brought that up, how chemistry got so much better from one freshman year to sophomore year. The team just seemed closer, and you saw the results on the field. They improved. How big is chemistry, for the team?
Yeah, it's definitely huge, making sure we do team events like going out to dinner and stuff. We just went to get pizza together, we get ice cream together all the time. Just making sure we're all, together and happy and not, having arguments and stuff, just being a family, really.
This might be my last high school question.
Mhm.
Who do you think is the biggest rival for Tom's River North?
I would say High School East, just
East?
because, yeah, every time we play them, it's either a really competitive game, and don't want to say this, but we haven't had the outcome we've wanted the last 3 years I've been here, so definitely trying to beat them.
All right, so that's a goal for next year. You gotta put that
Yes,
B. See, you
definitely.
girls were super close last week.
I know,
Super close.
so close.
Um, how just I noticed it always for soccer and basketball, but whenever say North, you're playing another school, you always see the other Tom's River players there. Like you'll see South players there. How big and how cool is that the community, like the other, your peers come and from the other schools to watch you when you're not against each other.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a great thing because during that East versus North game, I saw a couple of Point Borough girls there, and I think it was Central.
Yep.
Central was there too. They were
Mhm.
definitely cheering us on. I played with a couple of those girls, so just seeing them, cheering us on, making sure we're good to go, and then once we play them, then they're my enemy again, but we still love them.
Okay. Are you we'll do some uh rapid fire questions real quick. So,
Okay.
what is your favorite movie?
I would say Toy Story. I
Always,
love Toy Story, all of them.
I think you're the first one to give me an answer. I'm a Toy Story fan. How about favorite TV show?
TV show? I don't really watch TV now, but I would say SpongeBob growing up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get older, TV is less and less.
Yeah.
What is your favorite school subject?
School subject, math.
Yeah.
Math.
What is your favorite food?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Okay, that's good. I got chicken parm with vodka sauce. Calling my name
Mm,
after.
yeah.
Um, what is your go-to song to get you pumped up or focused before a big game?
Go-to song. I would say my walk-up song, which is Carnival by what's his name?
I did
Forgot
notice
his
that your
name.
team, you girls had a different song for walk-up songs. That was pretty cool
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
at the game. When you're not playing softball, what do you like to do in your free time?
Um, Definitely go to the gym. That is a big one I love to do. But once it gets nicer out, I love to go fishing. We take my Jeep on the beach at Island Beach State Park. It's great. I love fishing and crabbing and all that stuff. I like to
Crab.
ride my bike. Yeah, crabbing.
I love crabs.
I love to ride my bike everywhere, even though I have a car. I still love to. I live by the bay, so just walk in there, riding my bike, anything like that.
My Jeep's tire blew this morning.
Oh,
Yeah, so AAA just fixed it shortly before we started this interview. So
okay.
yeah, thank God for AAA. Um, last question for this is once your playing career is over, you're done with school, do you still want to be involved with the sport, whether, coaching, training, kids?
Um, I would say yes. I would want to, but I like to say personally, I wouldn't be a very good coach just because I don't know. I feel like I would like tell him to do something and something goes wrong and I wouldn't be able to like keep it together, but but definitely doing like something like that, helping out with camps or something. Not necessarily like having my own team though.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's talk about your future. Um, junior, getting close to, picking college. If what are you looking for in colleges? Or like
Um
location, size, what attracts you be like when you say, oh, this is where I could spend my next 4 years?
yeah, definitely a smaller college, not huge like UCF or anything, but a nice small college where you'd be with your team a lot. Having activities like other sports you guys can go to, and just being close with, like the softball team and being able to room together in dorms and all that stuff.
I didn't realize until I started doing these interviews how big it was for football teams to be for schools to have football teams, and it's just like
Yes.
and somebody I know went to a school that didn't have a football team, and they said there wasn't much going on there on the weekends
Yeah.
because there was no central play where majority of the student body goes together. So
Yeah.
you can see that, and I- I've been to a few college football games, and it's fun when all the
Yeah.
students and the campuses are pretty much closed down and all that. So
Yeah.
I can see that.
Awesome.
Do you know what you want to study?
I want to do something with engineering, mechanical, civil, something like that. Building stuff, mapping stuff out, stuff like that.
So, make big buildings and
Yes, yeah.
okay. That's yeah, I can see why math is your favorite subject then. You
Yeah.
have to be very good at math for that.
Yeah.
Okay. My last question. If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
Definitely don't let the errors or failures affect the rest of your game. Like when I was younger, I would have a hard time dropping the like if I made an error, struck out or something, and it would just go through the rest of my game and I'd just be down. But definitely make sure, keep yourself up, forget about it. You'll get the next one.
I know how kids could be. You let it nag you for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. McKay, thank you for taking time out today and
Hmm.
joining me on this interview. I wish Tom's River North luck for upcoming states. What do you know?
Thank
I
you.
don't even know when the cutoff is for points. So
Yeah, I
uh,
don't know.
they're in is South Jersey Group 4, right? Tom's
I
River.
think so. Yes, yeah.
Okay, so same as the other sports. All right. Well, I wish Tom's River North luck and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining me, and we'll start doing more of these player interviews as the season. It's almost over halfway gone already, but as the season continues. Thank you.